Hello everyone and welcome to Hybrid Budgets. This is my budget close down for January 2025. So yeah, let's get into it. So where did we get up to? So I'll just zoom in slightly and adjust that if I can. Bro, so I've honestly, I don't know what was wrong with me and I couldn't really work it out, so I've just done it this way, so excuse me. So salary and expenses, I'm expecting 3,700. It was 3,700 and something. Sinking funds, I was going to take out £840. It ended up being £500, and then I've put the extra that was basically for the Virgin credit card. I didn't withdraw that. I'm withdrawing that next month, so it is actually only £500. I was expecting £20 from my partner. It was actually £240, so I got £20 from my partner, £20 for some friends. We bought a takeaway with the cash I'd taken out from the cash stuffing, and then my mum and dad transferred us £200 for a Christmas present, and we used that part to fund our new bed. So carryover, so rather than my salary being here, it's basically in the carryover, because I was just struggling to work out what the numbers have made up of, because I actually got paid like mid-December, so it was just everything was going in and out, and I'd already had to transfer over some of the Monzo. But anyway, this was what was then the carryover from the previous month. So in total, so rather than £5,260 because of that extra 340, it was actually £4,909.95. These are all the fixed expenses for bills and utilities, no major thingies. The my account fee has gone up, which is slightly annoying, but is what it is. But it does cover my phone insurance, slightly better interest rates, and loads of other stuff on the account fee, so I'm not too concerned. Yeah, and that is it really. I think all of these were as expected, which leaves 1,400, so that all comes to £1,448.67, which is a carryover of £3,461.28. Then, got that bit crease there. So the Virgin credit card, I guesstimated would be about £700. It was actually £667.09. Monzo Flex, I transferred over £300, but it was only £293.36. So yeah, anything that like I don't end up spending in Monzo just stays in the current account as a bit of a buffer, unless it, you know, gets up enough, and then I'll transfer it into a pot. Halifax, so I did actually have money come out on my Halifax account. So this was one of the annual expenses, which was the Ring doorbell. So that was for £39.99, I think it was. No, it's just £49.99, and then I had a £7 Uber, so that's what that one was. And then joint account, I transfer £300, so does my partner. Eating out, I budgeted £250. Hobbies and entertainment, I budgeted £60. Birthdays and gifts. So this is where I did all of bit of the split. So I'm now changing this to sort of birthdays and gifts, or like gifts more than birthdays, to be honest. And I budgeted £50. That did happen, but it just happened in what I'm now calling like my birthdays down here. So this is like family's birthdays and making sure I've got specific amounts saved for each individual person. So it's more of like a long term. Whereas in this account at the minute, it's about £15. And it's just like if I'm going out for a meal with someone and it's their birthday, like it's enough, I can just like grab them a card and some flowers, and I'll gradually be splitting it up. So I might, you know, put, you know, slightly more towards this or slightly more towards this, depending on how the account looks. But essentially this one's got a virtual card linked to it, whereas this one is a sinking funds and it charges interest. So I just wanted to make that split clear and make sure I've got enough saved for each individual, because I realised like come like August, where I have like 5 family birthdays, I just don't have enough saved up because I haven't like specifically allocated it to each person. Home improvement, which is again is now turning into like home decor, I guess. So budgeted 40, it got 40. I've not adjusted it, but actually I think £30 went in this pot and £10 actually went into this pot. So I won't adjust it just because of the numbers, but that's sort of how the split went. Yeah, so that's all fine. And then hair, beauty and clothes. So again, I budgeted 100. I actually put £40 in hair, beauty and clothes. And then I put the other £60 into health. So similar situation. It was just too much of a general pot. So I had health, hair, beauty and clothes. Whereas actually health, like I wanted separate. So I made sure I have money in the pot for like dentists or glasses, because I wear glasses and stuff like that. So I just wanted to make sure that was all included. And then I've just got £40 in hair, beauty and clothes. So emergency fund, so this is again where I went a bit squiffy. So I thought I had £90 to put in. I hadn't realised I'd actually done that last month. So that was already in, so I didn't need to transfer that over. Oh, excuse me, had a sneezing fit. So yeah, that was actually zero. Debt extra overpayment, so I overpaid £410 because of the 52-week savings challenge. So that went in, and then I managed to also pay extra to basically round it up to £800 because of all the because of all the expenses I got this month. Like this was a particularly like wodgy month on my salary, so I thought, right, let's get as much as I can to debt now while I can. Holiday budgeted 100, it got 100. Birthdays, like I mentioned, that got £50. Odds and evens budgeted 40. Just because of the way the dice rolls, it was actually 30. Future budgeted 200, it's actually got 210 because it's got the 10 from odds and evens. Christmas budgeted 90, got 90, and health, as mentioned, so that got £100 got split, so 40 and 60. So that all came to 1,340 with a leftover £413.82. Then annual expenses, so as per usual, so I do 21, 27, 21 and 14, but my NutriCheck, my annual fee for that came out, which is £27.99, so I paid for that as well, which leaves a leftover £302.83 carryover for next month. So looking at, I've got some big expenses coming out of my credit card next month, which I will be funding from those sinking funds, so hence why I didn't take it out last month. I thought it was for this month's credit card, but it's actually for next month's. So I'd preempted it. So I've got that money ready to go. So that 320 is going to go in. So yeah, sorry, it is £302.83. Well, so let's go through now with the accounts and where they're up to. So I'm not sure if I can zoom out and you can still see. Sorry, it's all a bit shadowy. So Nationwide starts to save ISA. Oh, I haven't populated this. This is now 1,270 because it got its £50. Holiday is now up to £312.60. So originally I did budget £100, but then I adjusted it so it got £50 cash, £50 in digital money. But then I did take that £50 out because of I populated it with we were meant to populate it with our joint account, but I actually said to my partner, don't worry about populating with the joint account, let's just spend this money on the meal out, or I think it was a takeaway. So that's why that one was only £50 up. I should probably adjust it on this budget actually. Sorry, big yawn. Christmas, £90 budgeted, it's up to £91.51 because of interest. Odds and evens, so again £31.81 because of the interest. Penny savings challenge, so that was £78.71. It was then £84.19, and it's got an extra £4 from eating out, but I'll explain that in a minute. So that's in total £9.48 to stuff this month. Water bill was at £135.76. It got its £27 budgeted, so it then got up to £163.24. But the bill did come out for that one. So did I include that in the... water bill. Yeah, £168.21. So I think we're saving about right. So £27 seems to be working. It's about that fee, so that's fine. So that worked out really well. I might up it to £28, but I'm not too concerned. General annual. So again, that got its. So now, sorry, that is now at 0. I'll just do a little bracket. General annual. So yeah, £50 for ring yearly. So again, it got its £21, and then there's money come out. So I'm gonna basically deposit all of this for next month because I've got the ring coming out, and I've also got, we have the NutriCheck come out as well. So just help balance and help out a bit more next month. IC subs, so they got the £21 as budgeted. Virgin Atlantic got its 14. Wedding got my £200. It got £100 from my partner, but we have spent a lot on the wedding. So we've got the band deposit, the photographer deposit, the food and the venue as well. So there were the 2 payments. So that's gone from £4,861 to £927.45. But it's fine. We've got we've scheduled out all our payments and like when they're due to go out and like how much we're depositing in. So it's all managed, but it feels like quite a when you see it. Round 'em up Cowboy, so that was £90.97 and now it's £98.20. So we didn't quite smash the £100 this month, but it's £7.23 saved, which is really good. Home improvement. So again, because I've done the split, it was £28 and then I've split it, so we've got £30 and £9. So £9 in the virtual card and £30 in the sinking fund. Eating out was at 64, so I budgeted, it says 200 there, but it was 250. And then we've got £64 left over. So I've put £4 towards the penny savings challenge. I'm going to put £50 towards future, and then £10 is going to get deposited into my nationwide account because we're going to a charity fundraiser event tonight and I need £10 in cash, so I need to get that out of my current account. Similar, so health, hair and beauty was at £22. £100 was budgeted. £29 is in the sort of current account, and then £60 is now in health. Hobbies and entertainment, so that's gone down, so that's now at £15, and birthdays and gifts is at £17 plus the £50 that we've put in the long-term sinkings, and emergency fund is at the £240. So that £240 had the £90 in it from the 52-week savings challenge already, so hence why I didn't redeposit it again. And this is going to go to 0 next month because I'm using this to help pay the credit card, which has the bed payment in. So my partner's paying for the bed, I'm paying for the bed, and then my parents are also paying for the bed, and then that's it fully paid for, which is good. So I don't like to take stuff out of the emergency fund, but because this is in a separate account anyway, it made sense to use that money and then just build up the nationwide one. Well, so that is everything for January. Again, sorry I sort of rattled through it quite quickly. Let me get the penny savings challenge and we'll get that coloured off. Yeah, so let's do penny savings challenge now. So we have in Round 'em Up Cowboy, £7.23. Yep. So take off. So take off these 2. Is anyone doing the one with Monzo? I saw Nat talk about it on Rainbow Budgets, that it will do an automated, do the penny savings for you. I was keen to do it, but I did panic that I was like, yeah, but towards the end of the month, towards the end of the year, you know, like if you think about how long it's taken to do this, and I suppose you could think of it like a coffee, like £3.50 a day, but then I'm also like, well, I don't spend £3.50 a day on coffee, and it just completely rinsed me eating out. So I do agree, I do feel like this does need a little shove though, but I am quite enjoying how I'm doing it to date. But I've set up a slightly different challenge when we get through this one, which might go quicker. It only goes up to 222, I think, but it saves 400. and you know, it's a slightly rounder number, so yeah, it just might go down slightly quicker. Sorry, completely distracted myself. 83p, so I'm going to do this one in this pen. Perfect. And then we have £9.48 in penny savings, so minus £3.18 minus £3.17 is, oh, it would help if I'd done the math right. £9.48 minus £3.18 minus £3.17 is £3.13. Yeah, we're getting quite good at only using our joint card now for basically our shopping, because we've gone on a diet, so I say on a diet, we're just not eating crap, but as a result we're not eating out much because obviously it's January as well, but we're trying to be healthy, so we're having meals in a lot more, but yeah, the amount we obviously spent eating out, we had one last, not blowout, but we had one big meal out on the 29th of December, which was a lovely one, and then like I say, we had the takeaway with the £50, but yeah, we're just trying not to eat out too much, so as a result we're not really saving as much in this one, but you know, it's getting there. But yeah, you never know, I might get to like here by the end of next year, we'll see. But yeah, that is it for the January close down. I hope you've enjoyed. Sorry, sometimes it just feels a bit numbery, but ultimately, like, it sort of is what it is. And then I'm just going to film for my February budget, so yeah, feel free to watch my next video. Bye!